Hello everyone, it's dragonplatinum here, and today we're going to be looking at the new 2.71 update for SCP-3008. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to look at is actually a new movement option. Now, I think I covered this in a video quite a while back, but we now have access to sliding, which is actually really cool, and it allows you to like slide under these giant shelving units, or slide into bases, or slide down slopes. Actually, I should try that, because I wonder if that lets you pick up a bunch of speed. Alright, let's see if this actually makes us go faster if we slide downhill. Yes, and we can slide for much farther. Okay, that's actually kind of cool to know. So maybe you could do make like a special base where you have to slide in the entrance, or slide down like a ramp to get a bunch of speed, but sliding is cool, and I'm happy we have it. A new movement option is always awesome, and something as simple but just super effective as sliding, I think, is really cool to have. Now, there's also a ton of new GUI updates, so everything for the GUI looks completely different. Game modes, waypoints. Actually, I think there might be some new waypoint icons. We also have an Among Us icon, so that is awesome. The mod menu looks entirely different. We now have access to more dynamic items. There's the toys, there's our tool gun, VIP blocks, and all the default blocks. I'll go into more in-depth stuff on the new blocks in a second, but things look much different on the GUI front. And things are also different when we open up our settings. We have access to a lot more stuff now. We can change things in the video settings, such as global shadows, which just gets rid of the shadows underneath things, so I like having those on, but if you want to turn them off, you can now. You can turn off camera shake, but I think that was already in the last update. Field of view we can now increase to 120. Looks kind of weird. I prefer playing at 90, but if, you know, upping your field of view is your thing, you can now do it. There's also changes to the audio settings, such as the reverb audio, and you can also turn on and off the eating noises. The master volume, soundtrack volume, and environment volume can all be separately changed. If we head into gameplay, here we can also get access to a new energy bar, which if we click show on that, you can see down at the bottom, I have 4 different bars now. Before we used to only have 2. We only had health and hunger. Now we have health, hunger, thirst, and energy. I'm not entirely sure what the energy bar itself does. I'm thinking maybe it allows us to run. That's my guess at least. Let me just try running, sliding. Okay, yeah, I think it has to do with the running and sliding mechanics. So that is my guess. Even though I have 0 thirst, I'm not taking any damage. So I don't know. I don't know how the new hunger thirst system is gonna all work. Same with the energy system. I don't know if it's gonna like kill me if I have absolutely no energy. Okay, I've now gotten no energy. I can still run, and I can still slide. That's very weird. Let me just try to get some of my thirst back here really quickly. Okay, let's see if this does anything. Oh, okay, so the food items now actually heal a bunch of different things. So this will be -5 health, but plus 20 energy and plus 40 thirst. Interesting. Okay, I don't think I fully understand how the energy bar and thirst bar works, because I didn't seem to be taking any damage when they were 0, but that is fine. I'm also not hearing any of the eating noises that we were told there would be, so I think that might be broken right now, but I'm sure that will be fixed soon. And if we head back into the settings, there's also more options in the control settings, which I am very excited for, because you can now change the rotation amount for when you go to rotate items. So if we go, let's just say I want to rotate things by 10 degrees, and if I pick up this pool table, now if I rotate it, I can rotate it very slightly. This is going to make building things, like intricate things, a lot easier. Like, for example, my last video when we built the plane, we could only rotate by, I think it's 45 degrees originally. Now that we can do like little tiny adjustments, that is huge. That is going to make like building very intricate things so much easier. Okay, so that is all the GUI covered. Now let's also cover some of the brand new things that are in the game. First things first, there is a bunch of new toys like Builder Man and Employee Toy, and I'm assuming these are all a bunch of YouTubers or community members that Ugly Burger wanted to add into the game. But we have a bunch of new toys, which is always cool, although that also makes it harder to find myself, but you know, whatever. We also have the new toilet block, which is good. And one of the new blocks that I was most excited for is this Peller Bodge lamp thing, because you can change the color of the light. So if we do like this, you can change, it goes through like a bunch of different color variants. It's really cool. So I could see this being used for like a lot of different bases, because a lot of people like colored lights, and this allows you to flip through an entire like huge batch of different colors, so that is awesome. There's also a new drawer block. I haven't found this in game just yet, but it now exists, so that is cool. I was also doing some testing on the crowbar, and you can actually pick this up now. Now I'm not sure if this is like a VIP server thing, or if this is actually in the main game, because it takes a while. It takes quite a while to pick this thing up, but you can actually pick up and move the crowbar, which is really weird and wasn't mentioned in any of the patch notes. So I don't know if that's intentional, but hey, you can pick it up now, which is pretty cool. There is also a new easy button, which if we press it,
that was easy.
I used to actually own one of these things. It's probably somewhere in my house. I don't know where it is, but I love the easy button.
That was easy.
That was easy. And there's also 2 new food items. We have fish crackers, which heal 2 energy and 8 hunger. And then we've also got a cookie, which heals 8 energy and 12 hunger. So let's just eat those, because I was going to die a little bit earlier. There is also the new item, Scrubber Duds. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this does, because you can actually pick it up, and I don't know if you can actually use it on anything. But, I mean, hey, you can now have a little smiley buddy to walk around with, I guess. There's also a brand new change to TVs, where if you turn TVs on and off, there is a 20% chance that you will actually get a channel on TV. So, I got this channel on this TV, but let me just try turning it on and off again and see if I can get something different. Okay, this 20% is really hard to hit. Oh! Hi. Oh, okay, so yeah, there is a bunch of different channels, and I don't have like the entire list because I don't even know how many there is, but here is another one I got over here, and I've seen a couple others because I was doing testing earlier, but I'll leave that for you guys to go find all those different channels, because for all I know, there could be 10, there could be 20, there could be 30, I have no idea. Also, if you haven't noticed yet, a lot of the like textures for different things all look different, which is pretty cool. They look much nicer than they used to, and if you listen as I walk around, things sound different with different materials that you're walking on. So it sounds like I'm walking on wood when I'm walking on wood, sounds like I'm walking on carpet when I'm walking on carpet, and sounds like I'm walking on like marble when I'm walking on the walkways. There's also the new arrows that are on the ground. I'm not exactly sure what they're for. I think they're just to randomly point you around the map. They don't really do anything, but I mean, IKEAs have them, so might as well put them in the infinite one. Also, if we go back to the mod menu, right now the employee menu is removed, so I can't actually spawn in employees for videos, which might make things a little bit difficult for me to make videos until 2.8 comes out. But yeah, the employee menu is down, which kind of sucks. There's the kick menu, the spawn menu, which we already looked at, teleport menu, which now has bring, I'm not sure what bring something and bring all, so that's pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of new log commands, so you can kind of check your logs. The music menu, which is always good because the music in this game is awesome. There's also the new player settings, which are a little bit confusing. Regen. Oh, that just refills it. Oh. Okay, and then if I turn on infinite. Oh, okay, that makes sense. There's also the new time system, which allows you to actually activate blood nights or foggy days whenever you want, which I think is pretty cool. And if you've noticed at the top, you can also turn off time progression so that you can have daytime or nighttime last for as long as you want. There's also now the game menu, which allows you to input a join message, a server name, and set default properties for people who are joining the game, which is pretty cool. And there's also the map generation menu, which is a little bit weird because you can't actually select what kind of plots you want to spawn in, which is what I used to do all the time. However, you can now select between super flat, pre 2.6, pre 2.3, and pillar halls. And I already probably know what super flat is, but I'm kind of curious to see what pillar halls are. So let's just generate that really quickly. Oh, that doesn't look normal. I don't know where those arrows are trying to lead. Yeah, pillar halls. Kind of spooky. This is weird. I wonder if I could do something with this. This is actually so trippy. It's really cool though, but looks super odd. There's also been a change to palettes, which now also come in different colors, which is actually pretty cool. But you can see an example of, you can see an example of like 2 different colors here. There's also a bunch of new stuff added to the VIP menu for VIP servers. You can see here I spawned a bunch of the brand new stuff. But first, let's take a look at the dice, which if we pick it up and we drop it, if you press F on it, you can actually roll a dice, which is pretty cool. I got a 2. There is a brand new mystery gift, which if you press F on that, it gives you just a random item. Actually, it says gifted metal chair. Maybe it's like a special? Hold on, let me actually spawn a couple of those in. I'm just kind of curious what kind of items we can get. Gifted red bed. Gifted thin light. Okay, so it changes the name of the item. Gifted cozy stool. That's pretty cool. There is a bunch of new Minecraft blocks, so I've got a feeling that I might be making another Minecraft and SCP-3008 video. But we got bedrock, command block, crafting table, diamond block, dirt, emerald block, furnace, glass, gold. We got a grass block and ice block. Iron block, that is a log, mossy cobble, this is a note block, you can't play any notes on it, we got obsidian, wooden planks, a redstone lamp, and stone, although I think that was already in the game, but a ton of new Minecraft blocks, which is pretty cool. There's also this new block called the weapon box. It's really big, and I have absolutely no idea what it is used for, because you can't really do anything with it. It just, there's no weapons in it. I don't understand exactly what it's for. And there's like just a weird floating little cube in the middle. So give me your guesses on what this thing is for, because I have absolutely no idea. And there's also the new troller block, but we'll save this until the end. There's also been a ton of changes to the tool gun. We now have the option to paint objects. So let's just say that I want to make things red. I wanted to make them out of fabric, and I wanted them to be, I don't know, let's just say half transparent. Okay. So we can back out. You can now paint everything. So that includes the floor. That includes different sections of like these drawers. You can paint this. You can paint that. You can paint basically everything you want to. Actually, can I paint? Oh my god, you can even paint toys. That is weird. What about Hubert? Oh, I'm sorry, Hubert. I didn't mean to turn you red. And now there is also this thing that allows you to weld items together. So let me just spawn in a couple Huberts. Okay, so we got ourselves 3 Huberts here. Let me go to my weld item thing. And so now we can weld Hubert and Hubert together. And you can also weld Hubert, Hubert, and Hubert together. So now if I go to pick them up, they all come as one object. And that also means, so if I just put them back down, we can also now duplicate them. So we can select them. And now we can duplicate 3 Huberts at once, which is pretty cool. Again, super useful stuff for building. And like you can now build an entire house and duplicate it immediately and have another house ready right away, which is awesome. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but there is now different colors of pillars. So this one is yellow, and if we just go over here, that one's yellow too. Let's head back this way. That one's also yellow. Okay, hold on. That one's yellow. One second. Oh, here we go. That one's green. So yeah, pillars can now be different colors. So I don't specifically know why that change was added, but I'm certainly not complaining about it because it makes it easier to find people now. Also, I did kind of get distracted while I was showing off the different menus with like the map generation menu, but there's also a rank menu, so you can now, if you have friends in your game and you want to give them specific permissions, you can now do that. There's also the broadcast menu, so if I go hello world, and we can share this message. And now it says at the bottom, hello world. Oh, I think I'm gonna starve to death. I just starved to death. Whoops. Okay, well that's fine, because I can show you guys the new death screen, which is actually pretty cool. It says, you survived 1 night. It has your walking distance, the amount of employees you push, your favorite item, so basically whatever item you picked up the most, food eaten, the highest altitude you reached, and the amount of time you actually lived for. Okay, so I just generated a map that has the ceiling super low, and you can see that there is now these sort of rafters that are up in the air. So let me just try to teleport up. Whoops, I teleported on the roof. Let's head back down. So yeah, here is these new catwalk rafter type things that are up in the air. In the normal game, they would be much higher up. That's why I brought the roof down a little bit so I could actually reach them. But you can actually find these in regular servers, and this might actually make it possible to kind of build on the roof a little bit easier because you have like a frame to kind of build off, and you can like put like a bunch of pallets on the bottom or something like that. So this is also very cool, and I think this would kind of be a pretty cool thing to build on. But other than that, I think that is pretty much everything for the update. If I've missed anything, let me know down in the comments below, because I'm not perfect by any means, and I'm sure there is probably at least a couple things that I've missed, but I think I covered the majority of the big things, and I should also show you guys what that trolling block does. Go to VIP, the troller. So if you interact with the troller, it kicks you from the game. That is what it does. But other than that, guys, like I said, that is really all I've got for this video. If I missed anything at all, let me know down in the comments below. There is supposed to be another update coming out to patch some things for mobile users. It will be update 2.71a. I don't think it's actually going to add anything new. It's just going to be fixing a couple bugs that are in right now. But yeah, other than that, that is really all I've got for this video. So if you guys like this video, feel free to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, guys, it's dragonplatinum signing out. Peace out, guys. Bye.